Alright guys, I am back with another making faces look. You can see I have my hair up in a questionable updo to resemble Kate Moss, who's giving me like Uma Thurman in this photo. And we are doing the colorful look, which is a green, gold, and blue look. So we haven't really ventured into color too much in this series, so let's give that a go. So step one is to apply a sheer foundation all over the face. And to do that today, I'm going to use my Dior Air Flash. Alright, next it says a cream blush is used on the temples, blending down onto the cheekbones using your fingers. So I'm going to use the Sephora Blush Me. Looks like he's kind of using a cool pink, but I just have this super bright one. Need a mirror. Warm up the fingers here. It's an interesting technique. I've never started at the temple and made my way down. A loose face powder sparingly all over with a powder sponge on the face. And I actually lost the powder sponge. Well, I didn't lose it. It fell apart, so it broke. So now I don't have a powder sponge. So I'm just gonna cheat and use a brush. Again, no under eye concealing. So I wonder if that's just not like a, hey dummy, we don't need to tell you that you need to do this because it's like implied in the sheer foundation step. But I'm just gonna keep doing what the instructions say. So no pencil was used, but the brows were brushed. So I'm going to go through my brows with my NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. I really like this stuff. The more I use it, the more like into it I get. At first I was not so sure about it. Next we're supposed to use a turquoise blue eye pencil to line the inner rim, top, and bottom. And shockingly enough, I do not have any blue pencils. About a year ago, if you asked me where's my blue eyeliner pencil, I'd have been like, here it is, and I used it semi-regularly. And then I was just like, I'm kind of over these blue pencils. So instead of blue, I'm actually going to use just gray. And if gray is not dark enough, I'm going to use black. But yeah, just a gray. It's going to be a nice substitute. And it says just, yeah, line the inner rim of the eye, top, and bottom. Then a liquid metallic green eyeshadow is washed in a circular motion over the eyelid and onto the under eye area using an eyeshadow brush. Make sure to blend well so that the eyeshadow fades. We're supposed to use a gold metallic liquid and a green metallic liquid, so I feel like this Alamar Cosmetics palette has both a green and a gold, so I feel like this would be a good palette to start with. Haven't primed the lids or anything, so we're just gonna go on in. It doesn't really give you any tips for what to use. It says use an eyeshadow brush, and it kind of looks like this in the picture, and it just says apply it washed in a circular motion over the eyelid and onto the under eye area. Going on in. Again, no tips for exactly where to place it or like how to shape your eye. So I'm just going to stick to circular motions. And just kind of follow the photo where it just kind of extends up. I feel like the instructions were certainly not super beginner friendly. I'm also going to take a fluffy blending brush, which they make no mention of, just to fade out the edges. I'm also not too sure like how much is enough, you know? He does give the advice to start with less and build up, but who's to say what's enough, you know? Okay, so the next step is gold metallic liquid eyeshadow is applied to the center of the eyelid and blended in with brush. And then for the remainder, wipe over the edges of the metallic green for an even more graduated look. So I'm going to stamp into the gold color now and apply that to the center. And then swipe over the rest and blend. You're supposed to use a black mascara on the upper lashes and a turquoise mascara on the bottom lashes. Which I feel like, again, in the 90s, if you said use a turquoise mascara, you might have had a blue mascara or something. But nowadays, I guess ColourPop's come out with some colored mascaras, but it's a little trickier. Okay, now we're supposed to use a flesh tone lip pencil to fill in the mouth. Surprise, surprise. And then on top of that, it's advised to use a clear red lip gloss. So I'm going to use this Cheekbone Beauty in 825 Shannon. No, that is not a lip gloss. The lip gloss is in this tube. It's called 141 Sunsets. And that right there is the full look. I feel like I definitely don't have enough under my eyes. And honestly, these instructions are not complete. Like, I can tell on the bottom part of her eyes, she's got the dark green, and then it kind of fades out to the darker green, or to the gold, sorry. But there's no mention of that in the instructions. So, what's up with that? There's also no mention of like what brush you should be using under the eye. I think that's a little better at least. What else could I do to improve this look? So again, this is the finished colorful look. So honestly, I think a little bit of cheekbone would help with this look. Like, it's kind of a dramatic look. And I do not have Kate Moss bone structure. So I feel like just like slimming my face down a little bit wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. And I think the other main thing I'm really missing is under eye concealer. So I'm going to go ahead and put some under eye concealer on. I'm going to go a little heavy. Right now my under eyes are just full of sparkles and fallout, which there's no mention of how to deal with that or even to be aware that that's a problem. And the only other thing I think I would do is change out the gray tight line for black. Only on the upper waterline. Okay, so you have to let me know what you think of this super 90s colorful look. Did I even come close? Like, I had not all the supplies I needed, but really the key here is the eyeshadow. And I guess the main takeaway from this tutorial is it just kind of assumes that you know what you're going to be doing with your eyeshadow, which I know a little bit of eyeshadow things thanks to YouTube here, but if I was just learning out of this book and I wasn't already like a makeup artist, this would not be good, you guys. I don't know. It just assumes you know so much about like putting on makeup already. I did really enjoy the gradation of the metallic shadows. I'm not too sure if green is my color personally, and I do worry about people in the 1990s not having under eye concealer. But aside from that, lovely, quick look. So let me know if you've tried this out before. If you have tried it out, why don't you share it with me on one of my socials? You can find me at Corrie on Twitter or Instagram, or post your video here on YouTube and let me know about it. In this series, I'm going through every look in this section of the Kevyn Aucoin Making Faces book. So if you want to see more, subscribe, and if you want to see what I've already done, check up here in this playlist. And aside from that, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a great week this week. Huge shout out, of course, to my patrons who help bring this content to the world. Thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in my next beauty video. Bye.